started looking at my electrocardiogram. Looking there, she was on the point that there are two peaks that are showing the variations. They are not in their right position.
They wanna say my name, but they holding back.
Friends, before starting my Photoshop journey on YouTube, I want to share my freelancing experience as a seller, and I think it is important in the sense that it will help many new students like me who join freelancing site to earn their living. Before starting my experience, I want to add few things. It took me more than 5 months to learn Photoshop, and then more than a month to create my and present my Photoshop account on different freelancing sites like Fiverr, Guru, Upwork, and a freelancer site itself. After that, I waited a month, almost a month, praying that someone come to me as a buyer, or if my bids get accepted by someone giving me some projects. But no one, literally no one was attracted to my gigs and portfolio, although they were professionally made. I think it happens because no one paying a lot of money would invest his money and give work to someone who is new on Fiverr or any freelancing site. But one day, Indian buyer accepted my bid on Upwork and messaged me that he wants his 10 photos to be edited, out of which 6 want background removal and 4 want to have little bit retouching. Honestly speaking, a start I was surprised that is it real? I mean that how is it even possible that I'm going to earn? Anyhow, that person sent me his 2 photos. Seeing them, I replied him that they will be easily be edited. He sent me your more photos so that I can have a look on them. But that person who was going to pay me 1,000 rupees for 10 photos didn't even reply to me. I don't know what happened to him, but he didn't even respond to my messages. I was so disappointed witnessing all this scenario that I was just about to get my project, but my bad, I couldn't. I kept paying like an ordinary student. Then a day came when suddenly a message popped up on notification bar showing the message that I want my photos to be edited as app. It was on Fiverr. I opened my app and read the message, and instead of replying, I just gave my mobile to brother and asked him to reply him because he is expert in communication. Anyhow, that person from the USA asked to edit his photos, and in those photos there were 2 tires of the car, and he asked to make them flat. But the difficult part of this editing, which took me to the hospital, was the 2 hours. The work to be done in 2 hours, and that was too much less time. Minimum time which I have set on my accounts, freelancing accounts, is for editing is 1 day. But he asked my brother that if we will edit his photos in 2 hours, he will pay us extra 5. That's why we accepted his deal. Anyhow, I will share here that poster on my Fiverr account which brought him to me. I went to my computer, opened the Photoshop. Considering the time limitation, I took the liquefier tool and started editing his photos. But with the passing time, I came to know that the tool I am using for editing his photos isn't accurate. It's not giving the accurate results. And I was like, what should I do? I mean that if I couldn't complete his work, or if I didn't do it in the right way, then he is not going to give me 5 stars. In fact, he will give me 1 star that will destroy all my account which I took a lot of time to create and present. And no one, literally no one, will come for his or her work and will give that project to me to be edited. Cold sweat started popping out of my body, especially from my forehead. And my brother, who has a little bit knowledge of Photoshop, was sitting beside me, guiding me what to do and what to not do. Then suddenly I felt something wrong with me. Probably due to stress of what it would happen if I could not complete my work on time. And then I asked my brother to carry on the work. I will be back in a minute. From there, I went in the room. My sister was studying there, and she was like, "What's happening to you?" And I was like, nothing. And with a blackness in front of my eyes and my brain and other body parts not being normal. And then I fell on the bed, and she shouted. Everyone rushed inside the room, and my elder sister, who's studying medicine, she lifted up my legs. Doing that, probably due to the flow of the blood towards my brain, I came back to my consciousness. And when I was back to the normal, I went straight to complete my project. And my parents were like that, no, you can't do it. You have to take the rest. But I went on doing my work and completing my project. After a few minutes of editing, same problem started again. That blackness in front of my eyes and my body parts not being normal. I left the PC and went straight to the bed. There, my father and my mother, who are watching me, that what I am doing, they repeated the same process. I lifted my legs up and then gave me some water to drink. Anyhow, back to my consciousness, my father asked my brother that carry on the project, and he angrily, literally he was in anger. He took me to the hospital, although I was insisting that I want to complete my project. In hospital, doctor prescribed me ECG. Then when the process was completed, he sent the electrocardiogram to the doctor. Then the doctor started asking me questions which was indicating that she was trying to diagnose epilepsy in me. She was on the point that it's because of stress. Then she started looking at my electrocardiogram. She was on the point that it's absolutely fine, but there are two peaks that are showing the variations. They are not in their right position. When I came back home, my brother told me that the work is done and submitted. The buyer, due to lack of time, asked to limit the picture to one, means to flattening just one tire. Also asked to reduce the price. But unfortunately on Fiverr you can make changes in the price once the price is paid. Then my brother gave him a plan that when he wants his another pic to be edited, he can come to us and we will edit his one or two pics without any payment. I was happy listening this, but on the same time I was sad when I came to know that he didn't left us with reviews and stars as he was in a hurry. After 2 days break, I went on editing those photos, that flattening of tires, and literally speaking, it was edited by me in just 20 minutes, just 20 minutes, not more than that. To conclude my whole experience, if you are a new freelancer, then in selecting your life first two projects, you should go for those projects in which you have at least 1 day time. After all this scenario, different ideas were popping up in my mind and telling me that that tire could have been made flat by this tool and by that tool. What I want to say is that if you have time, your brain will work and will give you ideas, but in opposite case where you have less time, only your experience and practice will work, not your brain. Thanks for watching my this video, and to add one thing, my this channel is basically a Photoshop edits channel where in future I will be sharing less than 5 minutes Photoshop edits tutorials. And yeah, if you want to see my gigs and portfolio which I have shared on different freelancing sites, then message me on Instagram as I am mostly active there 24/7.
They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact.